EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Atlanta. Dances by him. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be let out by their left-handed quarterback.
And he went from being the surprise pick of the first round to the full-time starter late in the season, and now he has a chance to take this team to new heights starting in 2025. Really was impressed with him down the stretch, going head-to-head with Jaden Daniels in a huge game. Now he could be their franchise quarterback for the next 10 years.
Now Penix to the air right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as the tackle made at the 42. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Evades him at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. They'll throw with Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield.
Kenneth Grant in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
A gain of 47 yards. First down, Miami.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football right on the money.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
A gain of 16
Waddle's
yards.
first catch, good for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Penix. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Penix. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Penix working out of the gun here. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the stop, it was Mike Hughes.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Achane here. They stay on the ground.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Waddle, the motion man right. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
In motion right here, Washington. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
In motion right here, Washington. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now Tua. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. In motion goes McLeod. They'll go play action here with Penix. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 78 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Patterson now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 17-7 is our score. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up.
Bradley
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. A run straight ahead with Achane. Gets around him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Dolphin.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Running left, Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Third and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They'll run on first down with Wright. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Darren Waller from 17 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 9-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. They juked him. And able to get this out to the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's second and 8. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now motion left with Mooney. On third down, Penix from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Kyle Pitts, touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 67 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Falcons 14.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And brought down by Zach Harrison.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Tua going to throw.
That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A give, running right, Achane.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Tua. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
First down, Miami.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Back to the ground, Achane.
Oh, he's running, lost the football, put it on the carpet. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 15.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll throw with Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Fielded at the 33. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Tua sets up to pass it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jalen Walker with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here's Penix.
And caught by London. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
There's Robinson showing the flash.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now motion left with Mooney. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 9. To the air, Penix. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. Yeah, they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Another Falcons. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Losing yardage back at the 12. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And looking to throw, Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Three tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Robinson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua, fast pass outside, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. at the 41-yard line.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
But it's third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On first down, back to H.M. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. Looking to put a drive together.
Penix working out of the gun here.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Falcons, first down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Into the hands of London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Falcons first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
They'll go play action here with Penix. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he'll look downfield for Waller.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
On the handoff, it's Achane. They'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
James Pierce.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On 3rd down, Achane.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
7-yard loss.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Achane.
Down to about the 22 here.
126 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Tua going to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin the drive with Robinson. Able to slither by.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Looking to throw, Penix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Well, that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They'll throw with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within 10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Oh, nice move. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 14. First down, Miami.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll go again here with Wright. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Wright, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Patterson now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Dolphins 37.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Penix. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 9 yards that time.
9 yards. That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. Locates Mooney on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. In motion, the tight end. To the air, Penix. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Falcons, first down. 1st and goal.
Was that a design pass or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Penix to the air once more. Step, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Kenneth Grant able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Penix. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
37. Falcons.
A 10-play drive that time.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now Tua. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, Almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Miami.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking to put a drive together. And looking to throw, Penix. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and a couple. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Penix going to sneak it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Now he's forced out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
It's a pickup of 3.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2nd and 2. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Penix working out of the gun here. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They are going for it. Penix looking deep here for Mooney. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Wright. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Tua going to give this to Wright. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Tua. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Robinson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.